Hey everybody, Michelle with Triangle Social Media here. Excited to interview some business owners in my community and yours. Get to know people, what they do, maybe how they do it, find out a little bit about their story. And I'm excited to have my friend Kathleen Barrett with me today. She is an amazing children's author. Welcome, Kathleen.
Thank you, Michelle. It's good to be here.
Yes. So
Fun
I
to
would
be here. Mhm.
absolutely, I would love to invite you to just give us a quick overview of what you do.
Well, I have been writing for several decades, and I produce a blog for, I produce books and blogs for Spirit and Soul, and just to inspire people seeking a path to the Lord, um, and even seasoned spiritual people. I hope to inspire them. And so I love writing, and my latest book, For the Love of Big Beluga, is something that I want to promote because of the family values that it encourages.
Beautiful. I love that. So I see the books behind you and
Yes,
several others. How many books have you written?
I've written a total of three. Two of them are children, and one was co-authored with Israeli photographer Ron Gaffney. He did the images, I did the narratives, and that came out in 2016. So, yeah, just a total of three books.
Wonderful. So let me ask you about a little bit more about Beluga, Big Beluga.
Mhm.
I know that you mentioned, I know about your passion for values and lessons, and I know there's a lot of that woven in this story. Can you share some of those values that you're sharing in the story?
I'd love to. As a parent, way back when, my kids, of course, are adults now, but I was also a preschool teacher for 10 years. And so it was important for me to express to them their value, their worth, and that they deserved respect. And so from that, you build on the core values that you want your children to learn, um, honor and how to respect authority, and patience and kindness. You know, all those things that we used to be taught way back when, and so somehow they've sort of gotten floated away. But so I try to weave those sort of things into the Big Beluga, but also it's a fun read. It's an adventure story of an 11-year-old girl who witnesses an abuse of an animal, and she is determined, because she had prayed before school started, that she would have a powerful purpose. And so she came upon this abused animal and determined that she would rescue that dog somehow. And there's humorous uh, spots in it with her brother and her friends. And so it's a
Okay.
satisfying story. Forgiveness is
Mhm.
a big point in the storyline.
Okay. Very intriguing. So what is the age range that would be a good fit for this particular book?
I wrote it for 8 to 12-year-olds. However, once it started selling, I noticed that many of the kid at heart adults were buying it. Just people that like old fashioned tales, like
Mm,
classics, like, you know, cuddle up on the
mhm,
couch with a good book on a rainy day, kind of people that love dog stories. They love dog
mhm.
rescue stories. They love kids. Um, so I would say 8 to 12-year-olds, but if you are a kid at heart adult, absolutely, this book is wonderful.
Awesome. So, do you have any other plans for future projects that you might be looking ahead to do?
I do. Right now, I'm working on my first young adult novel. And with that, it ties in with the last 2 years of the pandemic and all the craziness we experienced. And I'm hoping to draw out of the reader some of their own issues that they had with the last 2 years and try to help them heal through that. So I'm in the process of the last couple of chapters of that book, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know that we have scrolling on the bottom of the screen here some of your information to contact you, but I would love to invite you to share the links to your website and maybe recent blog post or anything you'd like to share in the thread of this video. And what is the best way that you like to connect with people? How should they reach out to you?
Well, I have several ways. My website, of course, is kathybarrettwrites.com. They can contact me at my email, kathybarrett222 at yahoo.com. On Twitter, and forgive me, but I don't know the Twitter handle, and that's bad.
We'll put it in the thread.
Thank you. Yeah, those are the ways.
Yeah.
And
So,
I would love to hear from people.
Yeah, I'm sure that, this is a great idea as far as gifts coming up, the holidays. Sometimes kids need gifts that will enrich their lives, not just only entertain, toys. There's plenty of toys out there. And a lot of times they don't get, utilized for very long. But I feel like books are the best gift. So I would recommend your book to anyone who's looking for a gift for either a child or a young at heart person in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so where can people purchase your book if they're interested?
They can purchase it at all of their favorite bookstores by ordering Amazon, Barnes and Noble. It is available online at Amazon. That would be the best way. They're available on my website. And yes, I would agree that they make great stocking stuffers. And I see it as a keepsake book. It's a book that you will read and tuck away. You'll gain so much warmth, and it will enrich the lives of whoever reads it. And I don't like to boast in that kind of thing, but I know that I was inspired throughout the storyline, and that's the reason why I want to promote it as I am doing now. And I so appreciate you letting me come on and talk about it. It had been something interesting. It had been dormant in my files for like 30 years, this storyline.
Wow.
And it's a fiction story, but it was based on actual events of an abused animal in our South Florida neighborhood. And so over those many years, I wrote it, I edited it again, submitted it to some places, and it never really took off. Until last summer, my husband asked me once again, when are you going to finish Big Beluga? And so, it just sparked in my spirit that now was the time to do it. And within 2 months, I had finished it and published it. So that's kind of a backstory, and it was exciting.
It's so interesting to hear that, because I think that's part of not just the book story, but your story as an author, and the whole journey of how the words came onto the page, right? Through your heart and soul and your thoughts and your experiences. So I do appreciate that. And it looks like Danielle is saying that we love Big Beluga.
Oh, yay.
So thank you, Danielle. And I'm sure there's plenty of others. So I just appreciate you coming on and sharing a little bit more about you, and giving an opportunity for people to be introduced to an awesome author and a wonderful resource they can use to just have their lives enriched or give as gifts, whatever the need or opportunity might be. So I am going to invite you again to share all your information. And I invite the audience to connect with Kathleen and, follow her on Twitter and Facebook and, the places, and see more about what she's about, and how connecting with her can help you and bless your life. So thank you so much, Kathleen. Appreciate you being here today. And we'll see everyone else next Wednesday at 12, Social Soundbites with Michelle, business interviews. You guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Michelle.
Okay, bye-bye now.